Welcome, Kingdom Builders. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I am Dr. Winnie Wamlanga here at Stewardship Financial Ministries. Actually, they are the sponsors of this series, which is the Kingdom Wealth and Investments. All right. So, in this series, we are looking at how to align financial wisdom with kingdom purpose. And so, for today's class, which is class number 8, we're looking at how to multiply wealth through kingdom principles. And the principles are stewardship, faith, diligence. So my friend, if you are ready to turn one talent into 10 for God's glory, let's go. I know that if you watch the previous series, if you haven't, classes, if you haven't done so, please go back. We looked at the principle of multiplication, but we used the Gospel of Mark, chapter 25, verse 14 to 30. Please, if you have not done so, watch the previous classes. You'll be greatly helped. All right. When you look at this parable, you understand something that's powerful about God, that He just doesn't want us to protect what He has given to us. He wants us to grow it. He wants us to multiply it. Remember the one servant whom buried his talent? He was rebuked. He actually did not steal. He just buried what he had been given. Then the others who went out and invested it were rewarded. So, what do we learn here? We learn that multiplication isn't about greed. It's about impact. It's about obedience, going out and doing what God has told you to do. Please don't just wake up and say you're going to do these things. I used to do that all the time. I formed over 10 failed businesses on 2 continents. So you don't want to do the mistakes that I made. All right? It is, however, I failed, so you guys don't have to fail. I lost tens of thousands of dollars, so you don't have to lose that kind of money. All right? So, let's grow together. Remember, I just said that multiplication isn't about greed. It's about impact. It's about obedience. And it's about you expanding God's kingdom. It's not you thinking about how many apartments can I have, but it's you are thinking about how will this apartment benefit the next generation. All right? So, this means that we now know that God is the owner. We are just stewards. All right. We also know that faithfulness in little leads to rulership over much. To whom much, never despise the day of small beginnings. All right. To whom much is given, much is expected. God will never give you more than you can handle. That's why He tested these people. There was one He gave 5 to, 2, and then 1. He knew that the one with 5 would manage it well, and he was given. The one with 1 was tested and he failed. You don't want to lose the little you've been given. So please learn how to steward well. If you need help in these things, why don't you reach out to us at shistwas.org? We have mentorship classes, we have free resources, we have affordable resources. We are here to help each other grow. All right? So, we learn about faith. We learn also that fear leads to stagnation. When God has told you something, go do it. Even if you don't have $100,000 to build the school, just ask Him, how am I going to do this? He'll ask you, just like He told Moses, what do you have? You give to Him what you have. He multiplies it, and then you go ahead. All right? We need to understand that faith always leads to fruitfulness. All right? If you're going to continue being in fear when you're supposed to do something, if you're not going to have faith, it's going to be hard for you to build anything for kingdom impact. All right? So, how do we even multiply? The question then you'll be asking, how do we multiply what God has entrusted with us? Number 1, you need to identify your talents. These can be skills, it can be opportunities, it can be resources. Every one of us is different. You're not going to do what I'm doing. I'm not going to do what you are doing. I will fail. All right? With help, you can be able to understand what your talents are. Get a pen, get your notebook, a journal, whichever you can find. Write what you are good at. That is when Moses was faced with a situation where they had the Red Sea in front of them and Pharaoh was chasing after them. People were complaining because the enemy was so close. They needed to cross over, but there was no dry land. So he was crying to God, and God asked him, what do you have? My friend, I'm asking you, what do you have? Multiply it. All right? Ask God for direction. He will help you. All right? Number 2, invest. Don't just serve, because saving preserves, investing also multiplies. Okay, so whether it's investing in people, whether it's investing in businesses, whether it's investing in assets, you have to be strategic. All right, so number 3, seek kingdom counsel. Kingdom counsel like me at Stewardship Financial, you will greatly be helped. All right, plans failed for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. That is Proverbs 15:22. Please, if you haven't yet checked out shestores.org, that's our website. Check it out and you'll be greatly helped. All right, we have mentorship classes, we have consulting services. Please reach out. We want you to succeed. We want you to become a kingdom billionaire. All right, so we are financial advisors, we are mentors dedicated to see you grow. All right, so number 4, take calculated faith-led risks. When we talk about kingdom multiplication, it's not passive. You have to pray, you have to plan, you have to move. You cannot just bury your opportunities. Remember, pray, plan, and then move. Okay. I used to do things so differently. No wonder I had 10 failed businesses in 2 continents. I am here because I don't want you to go to do the mistakes that I made for many years. It is until I stepped aside, learned these principles, and that's why I'm here to tell you these things. All right, so let's look at how this multiplication happens. Example number 1, when you look at business multiplication, you start with one stream of income. As you have started with one stream of income, you're not going to go to another one unless you have learned. All right, every time you have invested in something, you have to learn how it works. Okay, then after that you reinvest back the profit, and then you grow. After you have grown, then you have another income, another stream of income. You should not have multiple. I did multiple at every I think every month I would create a business. There's a time I don't know. I don't understand. Something was wrong with me looking back, because if you have gotten a doctorate in business finance, you should know better that you have to be strategic, right? How do you get a loan that you have to pay back 8% and you're not even sure of how much money you'll be earning out of that business? All right, whether even you'll be able to pay back the 8% interest. Okay, so please, let's be strategic so we avoid these mistakes. Okay, so my friends, when we talk about kingdom entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurship, it's not only about your profit, right? It's about the impact that you create. Okay, so example number 2, you could do education and coaching. I have to tell you that not everyone can do this. Just a few. Because we were all created differently. I'm just giving examples. You could set up your welding business and teach others. You could set up you could set up so many other things, all right, and teach. I want to talk about education and coaching, but I said not everyone was created for that. But hey, whichever you've chosen, maybe carpentry, set up a business, teach others, make money, whichever you can do it. All right, it is called impact. Even if it's fashion and design, teach others. Set up that business. Let it grow. Become a billionaire. All right? What else? Can you please talk about? Can you please write other businesses in below? I would want to know. Even if you're a plumber, even if you're an electrician, even if you're an auto mechanic, whichever it is, grow, set it up, learn, reinvest back the profit, grow, teach others, and then move on to something else. Start something. All right. So, example number 3: generosity multiplies. So generously, and you will reap generously. I've been talking about teaching others. That is sowing. I'm sowing right now. So Second Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6 says, what you give, God multiplies, especially when it is for kingdom causes. That is me telling you. Okay? So I'm encouraging you, my friend. Don't despise small beginnings. God multiplies loaves and fish. That boy gave 5 loaves of fish and 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. He never knew they would feed 5,000 people and have leftovers, but he did anyway. All right? Do not despise what you have. He always uses what we have. All right? He multiplies by faith. All right? So, he multiplies faith, he multiplies obedience, and my friend, he will multiply you. Okay? So, the scripture here is Proverbs 10:22, which says, the blessing of the Lord makes a person rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. All right? So, stay helped, stay encouraged. For more videos like this, for more classes, for more resources, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. All right? Like this video if you found it helpful, and please comment below. I am ready to multiply for the kingdom, not for myself, but for the kingdom. All right? So if you haven't done so, go to shestwords.org, download the free worksheet, or even in the link in the video description below. That is, you'll find the link to the website. All right? And there are also many other resources. We'll help you to apply today's principles through the resources. Join our mentorship classes if you need one-on-one coaching and mentorship. And also, there are free resources. There are resources that can help you grow at just pennies. All right? So until then, remember, Jesus loves you and so do I. I'll see you in the next session. All right? Stay blessed, my friend. Thank you.